Welcome back to Smart Mouth Beauty. I'm Heather and this is my sister Holly, and today is the much anticipated and very overdue Ask the Hairdresser Volume 4, and we're very sorry.
No, we're not. We had to take a break.
We had to take a break, but we shouldn't have left you hanging. Like, I think we should have at least done this video. But anyway,
Heather emailed me the other day. She was like, "Why is there all these questions about hair on our video feed?" And I was like, "Because we didn't film the 4th installment. Like we asked it,
right?
And then we like never.
We
had to take a holiday break.
Okay,
it's fine.
listen,
Okay, so here we are.
I have printed out all of the questions from YouTube and Instagram. So this video is going to be hella long. So if you need to pause this now, you need to go to the potty, you need to get a blankie, or you need to get something to drink, we'll be here when you come back. Okay? So just know that this is going to be hella long. All right.
I'm scared.
Let's get started.
Scared.
Okay. In no particular order, these are some YouTube questions. So Jan Vandervate, probably pronouncing that wrong, she says, I have baby fine hair, amen girl. I usually wear it short because if I let it grow out, it literally just hangs like a wet noodle. Any suggestions would be appreciated.
As in to style it or grow it or wear it?
I guess she means if she lets it grow out. Or what are her options?
Okay, so hair
for baby
wants
fine hair.
Hair wants to live with other hair. I have said that a million times. So short hair is fine if you keep it piecey and kind of use some pomade to make it like clump together to make it look thick. And also if it's short, you want to keep it, and then it's baby fine, you also want to keep it light enough to not contrast with your skin color of your scalp. So there's that. If someone with baby fine hair wants to grow it, my huge advice is to keep it blunt. So if you were to grow it out, it needs to be really, really blunt because hair wants to live with other hair.
That's kind of what you've done to my hair.
Yes, because if you layer hair, you're pulling this top away from the bottom, and then the bottoms get real stringy and noodly.
And lonely.
And lonely. So hair wants to live with other hair. So whether it's here, 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 if your hair is wispy thin and fine, you want to keep it blunt.
So would a good option for her maybe be a bob? Okay, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Our good friend Carrie in Seattle says, how do you change colors easily with Overtone? Because I know her and she has been dabbling in some different hair colors.
Okay. Overtone, let me just give you a quick information about Overtone. I post about it on Instagram and we've talked about it here on YouTube. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Overtone is a company based out of the UK and it is a natural, all natural product. It is a hair conditioner, comes in conditioning bottles or big tubs. They have different intensity range going from pastel to you know, just a normal color to an intense or an extreme. I think it's called extreme. In all colors. Blues, greens, purples, pinks,
oh, the
silvers,
spectrum, yeah.
It's the whole spectrum, and it's amazing, amazing product. It smells so good. Here's the thing. Go on their Instagram, Carrie, because Overtone's Instagram is pretty impressive because they'll show that particular color on brown hair, light brown hair, and bleached hair.
Right. We've talked about this before. They have a pretty
it's very intensive.
In-depth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see based on the hair color that you have
what you're starting
what that's going to look like.
Right.
Keep in mind that the vibrancy is going to show up on bleached hair. When you have, if you have a white piece of paper and you put a yellow highlighter on that white piece of paper, that looks pretty poppy, right? White piece of paper, yellow highlighter, or pink highlighter, or blue highlighter, that's going to show up. But if you have a brown piece of paper, just visualize that. If you have a brown piece of paper and you put a yellow highlight marker on it,
you can barely see it.
You can barely see it.
Well, I think Carrie has dark hair and she has some unpigmented hair. Love you, girl. So it might grab in different places.
Will grab, so if she does like blue, the brown in her hair will go darker blue, like it will darken down, and the non-pigmented hairs should be a sparkly lighter blue. Although because the non-pigmented hairs usually tend to be really a tight cuticle, it'll probably wash off really quickly.
Okay. Geraldine says, Holly, this would be kind of funny. I appreciate this, Geraldine. Holly, can you do a video on how to trim your own bangs? She says, my hair grows super fast and I don't have time to go every 2 to 3 weeks just to have my bangs trimmed. Is there some pointers you can give to accomplish this? So,
yes. First, I can't do a video on how to cut your own bangs because I don't have bangs. Does that make sense? Like, how would I show you how to do that?
She's asking for tips though.
I'm gonna give you some tips, girl. Okay, so I don't know what your bangs look like now. Everybody has different shaped bangs. So I can't give you how to cut your particular bangs because I don't know if they're straight across, I don't know if they're a U shape, I don't know if they swoop to the left, swoop to the right. I will say though, what is very trendy is to keep the corners of your bangs down to the wings of your eyebrow. That way you can swoop to this side and swoop to this side. So
more versatile.
It's very trendy and very versatile right now to do these two areas long, shorter over your eyebrows to long. Does that make sense? To do like I guess it's an in shape. It wouldn't be a U shape because a U shape's like this. It's like an in shape. So you have to address those in quadrants. So I would take this piece that's up here by your eye and trim that. Take this piece that's over here by this eye and trim that. And then I would clump this section together. I would pinch it together and then trim that. So after you trim it straight across, and I would kind of like hang over your sink so that the hair, after you trim that straight across, and this is going to be really hard to explain, and I don't want you to cut yourself, but you're going to have to back your fingers up so that you can chip into the bottom. So after you bring your fingers down, you're pinching and bringing your fingers down, you're cutting straight across, then you're going to want to grab the hair up further, turn your scissors straight up and down, and kind of chip into that so it doesn't look like 3rd grade blunt bangs.
We don't want it to look like your mom cut your hair.
I know.
Okay.
So you have to address them separately, corner, center, and then you want a chippy. So you've got to
Should you cut them wet or dry?
Dry.
Okay.
Dry. Clean.
Dry.
Clean, because if your hair gets a little oily after day 2 or 3, then they start to separate. I don't know about your hair, but my hair starts to separate when it gets oily. And then you're not going to be able to pull it in down. It doesn't come down in a uniform, lived-in fashion.
Girl, and you got to use sharp scissors.
Yeah.
You just have to. You can't be going at it with some like kitchen scissors or
something. And if you only have the option between kitchen and toenail scissors, use the toenail scissors or eyebrow scissors or craft scissors. Don't go for the big O kitchen scissors.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Lisa Daly says, hey ladies, what is the best drugstore brand shampoos and conditioners? Also, are hot oil or thick cholesterol treatments better for hair repair for color treated hair?
Okay, best drugstore shampoo and conditioner right now, in my opinion, is the Maui brand. We've talked a little bit about the Maui brand in some past videos. I love, love, love it. Maui. And it has one for brittle hair, one for moisture that has like shea butter in it. It's amazing. There is a reparative mask, which I think is maybe up your alley. There is one for oily hair. There's one for color treated hair, and they smell so good. You can get them at Walgreens, Target, Walmart, on Amazon, whatever. Between the hot oil and cholesterol treatment is very old-fashioned treatment. I actually would rather you do maybe a castor oil or coconut oil treatment, or go for a hair treatment that's already out there. If you feel like you need oil, then maybe that shea butter mask from Maui might be really, really good. Or we've always talked about that mask from L'Oreal. It's in that black and yellow. It's that intensive.
It's the yellow one, yeah.
It's the intensive, and that's really good.
It's a little tub.
But if you really feel like you need an oil, then I would go with coconut oil on the ends. But if you need like a scalp treatment also, then the castor oil, although it takes a long time to get that castor oil up out of your hair.
Okay, this is a really fun question. Rhonda Sebastian asked, any ideas what the hair trends will be for 2018?
I have no idea.
I do.
Do you? Because I'm really hoping that the silver is gone. So I think I'd like to see the silver go over there. So the 2018 hair trends will be repair your hair from all that crap that happened the last 2 years.
Oh, that could be.
So maybe
I was thinking when I read this question, I was thinking that she meant like cut, which I think it's been the lob, a long bob. I've seen a lot of lobs. I lob, you lob, we lob. What?
Which is the long bob, yes.
I just said that.
Is that what you have?
Maybe. Okay. Anyway, Butterfly Tat says there is so much conflicting information out there. For example, people with cool skin tones should stick to hair colors that have cool undertones. Then I have also read that people with cool skin tones need to add warm shades to add warmth to the complexion. Then there's my fine straight hair dilemma. To keep hair one length or add layers for movement. I know that there's no one size fits all, but would love your professional opinion.
I would keep it blunt.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Hair wants to live with other hair.
Hair wants to live with hair.
I would rather you keep it blunt, and if you want visual movement, that would be with color. That would be with highlights and lowlights. Maybe you need some lowlights. To answer the first thing about the color tones, which we have an amazing color tone video on our channel, which we probably need to update
that. Yeah.
But it's gotten a lot of views. It's one of our best videos, which I think is really, really informative. And I really said the rule of thumb when it comes to color tone is that if you want your best natural look, go with your color tone, whether that's makeup, hair, clothing. If you want your best natural look, go with it. If you want to pop or stand out, you would wear your opposite tonality. So if she does want to stand out, if she wants her hair color to stand out, she would go against her natural tone. So I don't know what it is you're looking for. If you know, like to wear vibrant colors and you...
Looks like she has a cool tone just from this teeny tiny little picture.
It does.
And she mentions cool tone twice, so I'm assuming she's cool toned.
I would stick with the cool tones. I really would. Unless you just want to do some purple, which is a cool tone.
Okay. Emily Loves Makeup says, hi Holly, I like a lot of volume in my hair, but can't seem to find anything that works. My hair tends to go flat very easily.
Yes, okay, so I have this new product that I'm loving for volume, and it's reactivatable. Is that a word? Okay, like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon where you need to go in the bathroom at work and hang your head upside down and kind of
2 o'clock, don't you mean 9:30?
Maybe 9:30. But like I can see it over there, and I think it's like this spray wax from Redken, although I don't know what it's called, and I can't get up and get it because like we're like trapped.
We're held hostage against the wall right now.
We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 tripods out in front of this desk, and
a wall here and a wall here.
Right, we have
a table here.
So, and Paul's in the other room to move us. I believe it's from Redken, and I believe it's a spray wax, and it's a dry wax. Any kind of dry wax is going to be wonderful to give you volume and lift, and it's reactivatable. However, I will give you one additional tip. That was for product, but one additional tip is I've been crimping my new growth of my underneath. It also adds that lock. So I don't know if... Can you see it?
A little bit.
Is that a better piece?
Yeah.
Like I have crimped my hair with an old crimping iron.
Didn't you do that to my hair in a video?
And there is
recently?
a video where we talk about volume hair and little tips and tricks to pull up your mohawk area, clip it, and then crimp your hair. But just up here at the base so that you have teeth to kind of have other hair.
You're roughing it up
You're roughing
so you
it
can
up.
get some...
So a dry spray wax, and get a crimper, girl. There's one from Bedhead on Amazon that was like 20 bucks.
I have super fine hair, says Christina, that can look very flyaway and frizzy. What are some products that can smooth hair while adding thickness and body?
All right, that's two separate things. So you're not gonna have a product that adds thickness and body and smoothing. It just doesn't happen. But I would start from wet hair and put a cream on the ends of your hair, some sort of like an anti-frizz cream, and then you'll want to use a mousse or a volume product at the top. So do your hair in different quadrants. Like if you're flat up here and you want thick and volume, put thick and volume, and then put some sort of cream. Then a finishing product on just the ends that might be frizzy down here, if you have hair that's a few years old, that's been ravaged,
abused.
Then loved. I love jojoba oil. I have one from Radha Skincare, and it's jojoba oil, and I put 2 drops in my 2 tiny little drops, and then I'll just do it over this part of my hair that needs attention. Don't put oil up here because that's where you need the volume.
I'm going to weight it down. Barbara Moore asked, what shampoo and conditioner would you recommend for thinning hair? I am 61 and have lost and continue to lose so much hair. I now see my scalp. I'm currently using Nioxin and have for several years. Does not seem to help anymore. Any help would be greatly appreciated. She color treats every 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so I love that you're coloring your hair, because a lot of times as we lose hair, we want to color it to make it rougher, because colored hair is thicker hair because it's damaged, because you're opening that hair cuticle. So you want actually to continue to color treat your hair. However, what's the rule of thumb as we get older, especially as we're thinning, we're starting to see our scalp more and more and more. What would be a good hair color to go to?
Oh, lighter.
Lighter, or going, we don't know what her skin tone is.
Right.
So you want to kind of match your hair color with the color of your skin on your scalp. So depending on what skin tone you have, that would be different for everybody. But me, I'm really pale. So eventually, as I'm losing my hair and getting grayer and grayer, I will go blonder and blonder. So not to have a contrast between your scalp and your hair. Our aunt is having thinner hair, so we're highlighting her, which helps her to kind of camouflage that and make it look thicker. Also, highlights stand out or give volume, and low lights will also give depth and dimension. So that is my hair color tip for you. However, about the Nioxin, I do think that sometimes going off of a product and back on a product is beneficial. If you've used it for years and years and years, your body will get used to it. I do have a video talking about the DS Labs. It's called Monat Hair Repair video, where I had lost a bunch of hair due to a product called Monat. And we talked about how to repair it, and we talked about DS Labs. A quick update from that video, DS Labs apparently is closed.
Oh shoot, really? Oh crap.
It's been
Are you
really,
okay?
It's been devastating. I've been emailing them back and forth for about 5 months now. Ever since that video, I've been trying to communicate with them. I've gone on their Facebook. I might have left a nasty message on their Facebook along with everyone else, because they are just not responding. People who have a overstock of some DS Labs have definitely put it out there on Amazon for about 3 times the price.
Sure.
Because they know that it's a hot commodity right now.
Right.
It really is the only thing that I know of that helps repair and regrow hair that I know of. It acts differently than Nioxin and Rogaine, because Nioxin and Rogaine go into your system and metabolize to create the product that it needs to then boost your hair growth. And DS Labs doesn't do that. It's already there. It doesn't have to metabolize with your system. I'm still in the lookout for some other things other than Nioxin and Rogaine. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I wish I knew.
Well, and here's another question similar from H Vanity. She says, my hairdresser told me it's okay for women to use men's Rogaine once a day. Have you heard this? Does Rogaine work differently than the Monat that you tried? I have been flicking my hair and scalp the way you showed us because I want to slow down the thinning happening after 40.
Okay, so I'm not sure about Rogaine in order to speak on that intelligently. I would assume that the Rogaine for men would have a an inhibitor where it inhibits the hormone, I think it's DHT, is it the DHT? Men have a different hormone, of course, with the testosterone. They have a higher testosterone, and it creates this hormone that helps that pushes their hair out. So men's formulated hair growth products have an inhibitor in it. So I don't know if that is safe for, I know these lights, I don't know if that's safe for women to use. I don't think it would hurt anything for you to use every once in a while, but I haven't done my research in order to answer that question safely.
Okay.
Is it different from Monat? Yes, it's very different from Monat. I would rather you use Rogaine or Nioxin than ever use Monat. I don't know anybody, maybe your dog that could use Monat. I don't know.
Okay. So Little Bit says, my hair is very similar to Heather's. I have about 6 minutes in the morning to get ready for work. That means no time for curling irons, hot rollers, etc. So my hair usually ends up in a ponytail or headband. I've tried putting in soft rollers after my evening shower, but sleeping in those plastic bits poking me in the skull does not make for a good night's sleep. What other products, rollers, or magic wands do you recommend so I don't go to work looking like a homeless person? Okay, I completely understand this, girl.
Okay,
well, can I?
Okay. I have a couple suggestions, but you go.
Too. Well, because I too don't take the time to do my hair. I shower at night. I have thin, fine hair. I find that if I shower at night and I take the time to dry it properly,
dry it all the way,
which for me is a big thing. It's a big thing because I hate it. No, listen, I hate it. But if I dry it at night, where did my little thing go? Hold on. If I dry it really well at night, I can flat iron it at night or curl it at night. There's a cat hair on my lip. And then run some oil through it to help smooth it out. Then, because I'm perimenopause, I have to put my hair up when I sleep, girl. You need one of these ponytail bands that look like the
old telephone wire,
old telephone cords.
Is that called a bopsy?
Bipsity boppity boo. Listen,
what is it?
Whatever. You put your hair back in it, and it
up at the top.
It says, well, I don't wear it up that high, but you could.
See, I would think that you would want it up that high to not only create volume, but to keep it off of the back of your head.
Put this in your hair. It will lessen the, you won't have as much crease. These claim to be crease free. That's not exactly true, but the drier you can get your hair, the better. Yes. When you wear this, but it definitely keeps it from breaking. So I would get you one of these, girl. And then in the morning, I keep my hair up while I'm washing my face, brushing my teeth, putting on my makeup, and then I take it down and I zhuzh my hair like this, and I might get up in there with like a brush and do my little teasing and my spraying, and this is it.
This is how you go to work?
I look cute.
And they let you in?
They do let me in.
Hey, have you ever tried one of those headband things that you put on your head and then you take your hair and like wrap up into the headband?
What are the chances that would ever work on my hair?
Okay, it does work because I've done it.
Listen, because I've also done the, oh hey, let's braid our hair and go to sleep.
So that was one of my thoughts, is maybe she could braid it into like 3 or 4 sections.
Honey, if your hair is, and she put in all caps, very similar to Heather's, it ain't gonna do. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
Okay, but try the headband thing. Put on like a loose headband, and then there are videos out there on it where you keep twisting the hair up into the headband. And so when you take that, because the headband isn't hard to wear while you're sleeping, and then take it off and you'll have like the...
I will do that and I will show you the results.
Okay, but don't do it the day before you have to go to work, because I don't want to get that phone call crying.
Sherry Schaefer says, I was wondering if there's a difference in styling tools. Can you get the same results with a cheaper price curling iron or straightener if you don't buy a high dollar one? I'm looking into buying myself some tools and can't decide to go cheaper models or high-end like T3 or maybe in between. Like your opinion on that hairdryer, curling iron, or straightener. And she asked for perhaps some brand recommendations.
Okay, that's an awesome question. It irks me to no end where people will buy Conair cheapy hair dryers and Revlon curling irons at Target. Those are regulated. They will not get your hair dry. They will not heat up high enough. They are not consistent in the barrels.
What do you mean they're
You'll have-
regulated?
They are regulated. I have heard in the industry that they aren't, even if they say they go up to 450, which you shouldn't be using 450 is just an example. It doesn't get up.
So they're not professional grade,
right? They're not
styling tools.
They're not representing what they say they're going to represent.
Well, I mean, they seldom do.
So I'm a big fan of go ahead and get the hottest tool that you can that's good quality, that's regulated, that's ceramic. Curl that piece at the I do like 390. At 390, let it go and you won't have to recurl it. If your curling iron by Revlon or Conair isn't going to be 390 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to have to redo it and redo it.
Oh,
and
you're passing over the same hair over and over and over again.
Right.
Therefore, you're ultimately doing more damage.
Exactly.
Okay.
I would rather you get a good name brand quality product that's going to last you years and years. For hairdressers, I buy one each year because I'm using it 9 times a day. If you buy it and you use it once a day or every other day, it's going to last you 9 years. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Now, I do have a tip and trick on where to buy it.
Okay.
TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx,
Or
I am
Marshalls.
telling you, or Marshalls, absolutely gets the last model. So for example, if last year's model was purple handle of a flat iron, and then the new color, the new Pantone color of the year is blue, and so here's,
They remarket their...
They remarket it
Yeah.
in blue. They're going to give all the old, so if you don't mind like a weird color,
Right, who
TJ
cares?
Maxx has such good products. They have Numi, they have T3, they have Chi, they have GHD. Also Nordstrom Rack has T3 hair dryers for cheap. So I would go...
we have a million more questions.
Oh my God.
We're doing this, phone, doing it. See? Here comes Paul to tell us we're over our time limit. We're only halfway through, bro.
That big gouge between us.
The gash between.
It's the big crack. Sister crack.
Your butt crack.
Like my big deep
That's way
butt
smaller.
Crack. Your little vesty vest matches my hair.
And my eyeshadow, though.
So cute.
Christopher and Bank.
It's really cute.
And they have straight sizes, too. I'm going there perhaps later.
So this is the gay size?
Yes.
What do you mean straight sizes?
You were a straight size, I were a plus size.
Oh, I thought you didn't know what you meant.
Yes, I'm wearing the gay size. Okay.
It's really cute. Okay, all right.